Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this 4-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Because of cash in the purse, guns blast in the hearse. A vast universe when the last is the first. The past been the curse, I need some aspirin, a nurse. It's your casket in earth, but why ask when it hurts? A passionate verse, or some last minute work first. The human body's a living fast in this dirt. Pumping grass when it works, a bastard at birth. But at last planet Earth, Jurassic finished first.
Sashed in his verse,
burning like gas on the torch.
grasping the thought,
So nosy past they front porch.
masked in the smirk.
No doubt my class been alert. Verbal splash for your thirst. Jurassic finished first.
Because of crooks in the game, no one's acting the same. Not mentioning no names, merely passing the blame. Your ass been in flames since the cash went ka-chang. Now you can't stand the rain when my crew bring the pain. You a masculine myth who I constantly diss. As I bond with the fish, understand we the fifth. Platoon, hit the dirt, wish you well, wish you worse. Your ass been a curse, Jurassic finished first.
You got bars, though?
I got bars from Mars.
You got bars? That was some fantastic stuff for your eardrums right there on a
Little J5
Jurassic 5 MCs
in the place.
to be.
What's he say? We have the
I mean,
J,
they're always
the URASSIC.
If there was ever one common theme about Jurassic 5, they were always in the place to be.
Yeah, constantly. I think they grew up in the place to be. They left for a little while, and now we're back in the place to be.
Whether you paid the fee or you got in free, we are in the place to be. They were never not in the place to
Constantly near the place to be.
be, which is impressive. Yeah, man, we are episode 52. We decided to bring it back to the concrete streets.
Original beats and real live MCs.
You know, we might end with that one, but that was Jurassic finished first.
One of my faves off that album. That's off the Quality Control album.
That is, yeah. They had that came out. When was that? That was probably
It's got to be 2000, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
99, 2000,
2000 was Quality Control. Power Numbers 02.
Oh, dude, that was hit. Power Numbers hits.
Power Numbers has
Bars.
some hits on it, dude.
Tracks.
If you're not familiar with Jurassic 5, that's kind of sad to me.
Turn it off. Turn the podcast off.
But that is because we were actually a little intoxicated last evening and kind of just talking about a lot of the that era of hip hop specifically, because we don't. I'm a little bit more of a hip hop head than you, but you also appreciate the good shit.
Oh man, I love that old stuff. That's album specifically speaks to my soul.
Amazing.
That's a really good one.
You know what I was thinking? Because I'm always constantly just wondering what, in the future, what are you going to be proud of to show any generation?
What do you put in that time capsule?
That is an album that, like, if you have kids someday and you want to, like,
right.
Our dad was always pretty good about showing us some pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
whether
give
it
him
be
like a picture of
comedies.
Benito Santiago
Benito Santiago,
and
yeah.
J5 Quality
Eddie
Control.
Taubency's
And that's all
rookie
Eddie
card.
Taubency. Good Lord.
And but that Jurassic 5 album, Quality Control specifically, I mean, that's something where if you pop a kid in this world, he's about 18 years old, you sit him down and you're like, you listen to this shit.
I think I was 2000. I was 15.
Yeah.
In 69, I was 17.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Jackson
A little
Brown.
different.
But I was 15, and that one came out. I remember I heard it. I think that one was passed down from I want to say like Matt Bortz and that whole crew, and like the Hyatts. They were big into J5, and I don't know. Those beats I just felt like I just loved how it was four of them. They all had their different little style. Mark 7 got you open like an attaché. That's a crazy line, man.
What's an attaché?
It's like what you would hold your documents in. Like you might take an attaché to
It's
like
something
a folder
that would always
definitely
be open.
It's something that you would want to have open, like an attaché.
That's pretty open. I always liked. I think Common said you got me open like an oven door.
Yes,
That's pretty open.
that's very open. Isn't that next line something about like the heat's got you? Oh yeah,
The heat's got
me open like an oven door.
Yeah, that's what it is actually.
Yeah, that is
which is
sexual tone
crazy.
he said in there. Yeah.
Mark 7 got you open like an attaché. That's something you almost have to Google. You got to look up attaché.
I didn't know what an attaché was.
And then you realize that's the hardest line I've ever heard.
And that's so open. Like that's something that you need to have open. That a wide open attaché. But
that's one thing I always loved about hip hop is the use of like how open. You got me so open right now. I could never tell a woman that unless my pigment was a different color. Like I
sometimes don't you think sometimes you're the soul of a 50-year-old black man?
Oh yeah, I mean specifically,
absolutely.
I definitely do.
Yeah.
But I can't get away with that one.
Last night,
oh my god, you got me so open. Stephanie's got me so open, dude.
I'm open right now. Like she has me so open. I cannot even believe. What is the? I like the Kanye West lyric. The crowd is open, or your fly is open, McFly. The crowd is open. I think I know why.
They're just open.
Yeah, I want to. Actually, I'm gonna start saying that to Carolina until she just dumps me from being annoyed.
You got me so open.
You have me
right
so
now.
open right now. You want to watch anything you want to watch because I'm beyond open. I'm open like an oven door.
Oh man. But Jurassic 5 was that was also that was something that was passed down to you, and then I'll never forget discovering some music from you as well, just stealing the CDs. I remember J5 was something that was on our dresser for a while. You were listening to it, and then I stole it from you. I had a Walkman at the time.
You kidding me? Yeah.
And that was in my earphones for a long time.
Yes, that Walkman. Oh man.
But Jurassic 5 was tight. That was like the era after Biggie and Pac died in 96, 97. Jay-Z really popped off, and everything was about like Cash Money, bling. It was a lot of stuff that was really disconnected to the general popular. I didn't know what the fuck those guys were talking about.
Some real live MCs.
Yeah, and then there was this thing that happened. Yeah, it was probably like 2000, because Jurassic 5 was really the first big push from me into underground hip-hop. And then from that, I discovered I remember Todd Duran brought in the Lucy Ford EP.
Oh, yeah.
And that was monumental to me I think I was a freshman in high school. So that was Atmosphere.
Common, like Water for Chocolate.
I stole that from you.
Yeah, it's just like there was a really good time in music. Really conscious rap.
That to me is one of the best one of my personal favorite hip-hop albums. I don't know if it's the best. That's always a personal thing, but Common's like Water for Chocolate. And it's funny to me, so I started listening to that when I jacked it from you, and I thought it was such a good album, and I still love it to this day. But I didn't realize then that it was Jay Dilla that produced the whole thing. No. And now I'm
not sure if that was the reason. Yeah.
And Jay Dilla, I always bring him up, but he's one of those dudes where you go back and listen to his discography and you're like, oh, that was him? Oh, that was him too?
Right.
Oh my God.
A bunch of early Tribe stuff, or late Tribe stuff, actually.
Late Tribe
96.
stuff. Good late Tribe stuff, though, because they had some weird, bad Tribe stuff. He did Q-Tip featuring Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Oh,
that's crazy, Pete. And that was something that,
got what's going.
Oh, man, that was a huge...
He's got you open right now.
Dude, he had me so
Jay
open.
Dilla has you beyond open.
But it was that era, J5. We were talking about, what were we bumping last night? Zion I?
Oh, man. Yeah, we went into a wormhole last night.
Silly Putty?
It was great. No, that was like Saturday. Last night we were talking about the Roots a lot. We had the record player going, which gets amazing. It's an amazing gift.
The vinyl, yeah.
Almost every night when you come home, just throw the record player on.
In the day. I think it's great in the daytime.
Just turn that thing on.
Yeah. Just have it like kind of playing in the background.
Get those old records off the shelf.
I'm telling you, dude. But 2000 to even 2005, all through high school, I was super into underground shit, and that was J5 was probably one of the biggest.
When did that stop for you?
And now I'm still really into it, but like it's different now because underground hip hop now music is so niched that everything is underground. I don't know, people don't really listen to the radio anymore,
right? So
everything is almost like you got to find your shit. So things that I like has a huge population of people that like it now too. It's all accessible, but we can dive down that another day. I don't know. You loved that shit.
J5 was amazing. I remember the
concert.
Tons of Hillers. The concert was great.
Hillers.
Yeah. But the album actually had like a the actual CD was like it looked like wood.
Yeah.
I always thought that was really cool. It had the J5 symbol, but the pattern looked like it was cut out of a tree.
Right.
That was really awesome.
Yeah, they were tight, dude. Still tight.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Charlie Tuna. We had a friend back, we were listening to it back then, and I remember your friend David was so adamant, top 5 MC ever, that Charlie Tuna was in that conversation.
Yeah, dude, and he might
well, you had to be like,
might
dude.
not be wrong.
He might not be wrong.
Looking
I don't
back,
know.
he's
He
got
proved
some solid points.
Charlie Tuna could not
You talking
stand
about
alone.
Susko?
Papa Sus, dude, yeah.
D. Sus loves some J5.
Padre.
Actually, I have to credit David Susko. David Susko was the one who got me on
Was
J5.
it? There
yes.
you go. Yeah, I'm sure it's always
Shout out to David Susko. Unbelievable man.
The Roots were big door to open to. That's just something that you should celebrate their entire discography. And then that era probably ended when I was balls deep in Little Brother. Yeah. And if you don't know, that's actually a group, and I wasn't actually balls deep in any Little Brother.
Yeah.
I don't have a Little Brother.
Do we have a little brother? Yeah, I'd like to know. And then why were you balls deep in him?
I'd like to know why you got the notion.
Really?
But
I'm not trying to say my style is better than yours. I'm just on some other shit.
Oh, man. Mark 7 is underappreciated.
Yeah, open like an attaché, dude. You kidding me?
But that's where we're at. Episode 52 of The Brothers Turner is upon you.
Big 5'2". Who we got out there? Some number 52s. You got a
5 dudes?
favorite
Anybody pop
5'2"?
out to you?
I'm thinking of one linebacker from Charm City there.
I immediately thought of CC Sabathia.
Did you?
He's, because, I don't know, maybe it's because it's baseball season, but he was 52 to me. Because I hate the guy that you're thinking of, too.
Ray Lewis. I was thinking of Ray Lewis, yeah.
Murdered 2 people.
Yeah, killed him. Still guilty of that. Just
Yeah.
never got charged.
Ray is probably the best 52, though.
He is pretty
He will
incredible.
go down as... I just like the Ravens as a whole, but having watched them, you got to...
Watch him all the time, and he would always make play after play after play. That was great.
There's a level of...
and he was willing to work, and he'd just a tough dude. He was tough as shit.
Dude, he would ruin whole weekends for us.
Yeah.
By himself.
15 tackles. He was ridiculous.
It was you hate the guy, but after watching him for however many years he played against the Bengals, a level of what would you call it, reverence?
Yes, a little bit of respect. You got to respect the man.
And
he's got 2 Super Bowl rings.
He actually had a really cool career if you think about it. He was able to be the
out
best
with a murder.
He started with murder. He dodged that.
Yeah.
He found God, won a Super
Bowl next year
in his second or third year in the league, right? And then he ended his career
as a bionic man, completely suited in metal arms, and won a Super Bowl.
He probably was on roids that year or something.
He was playing, remember, in that last Super Bowl run, he was he played every snap of every game in the playoffs. Like, he just wouldn't come out.
He was injured too, I think, or something, if I remember
Pretty crazy. I used to hate, I'll tell you who I used to hate, is CC Sabathia. When he was with the Indians, oh my God, are you kidding me? I hated that guy.
True.
I'll never forget being at Ohio State, and if you don't know, Ohio State is right in the middle of Ohio, in between Cleveland and Cincinnati. So when you go there, you're watching. It's in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, but a ton of Indians fans and it's actually more Cleveland.
It's more
up
Cleveland.
there, yeah.
It's always been more Cleveland. I don't get it.
But you get up there, and I remember the Reds were playing the Indians, and we're all watching the game. CC's pitching a ridiculous. He's pitching great, and then he hits a solo home run in like the 8th inning. Top of the 8th or bottom of the 8th against the Reds, and then pitches completely. He completely, literally won the game by himself.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What an asshole!
He only hit.
And I had to hear from these fucking Indian fans all night. You kidding me?
He only hit like X amount of home runs because he's an AL guy. He was in the NL for like a year and a half.
Right. So when he got to hit, he would always hit. That was his thing.
He literally only has like 2 home runs, and I think they're all against us. Or both, I should say, against us. Fuck that guy. Yeah, you're right.
He played for the
now he's a Yankee. He
played for the Brewers too for that little time.
Yeah, when they went to the playoffs the first time in forever.
He was pretty damn good for the Brewers.
You know what? CC Sabathia has been a pretty good pro. The C's, I heard, stand for, was a cheeseburger. He's a big boy.
He's not a small man.
He is a heavy guy.
One of those guys that when they lose, I like when a guy loses weight, and then it's like, no, dude, you got to get fat again. You've got to put the weight back on. Like, something's wrong with your delivery.
You don't look right. I know you're healthy. I know you're happy.
Yeah, your wife is probably happy, but
nobody else
happy.
is happy. You're upsetting everybody else.
Are you kidding me with this shit? Your slider's off. You have got to eat more sliders.
Oh, my God. CC. He's, he put together a nice little career out there, though. He won a World Series.
He's
Wasn't
still
he on
going.
that team?
2009 Yankees. Yeah.
He was on that team. Yeah. And then, but yeah, probably the best 52 ever is going to be a guy that murdered 2 people. 2 Super Bowls. Another good 52 who just retired was Patrick Willis. It was pretty cool.
Patrick Willis is really good.
And then also of Bengals history back in the time capsule on a person that we actually knew personally, Tom Dinkle.
Tom Dinkle.
Also number
Big
52. Good man.
Topeka, Kansas. Very own.
I think he was a pretty good Bengal for the number of years there. He was in like the 70s or something.
78 to 85.
There you go. Yeah, he was on the first Super Bowl that we lost.
He was in the first Super Bowl we lost.
That we lost.
To the 49ers. Who'd you lose to the second time? The 49ers.
Pretty much the same thing.
Joe Montana.
Other than that, what's going on with you?
Not a lot, man. Working all the time. You know how it goes. Grind mode. How about you?
Living for the city?
Always living for the city.
I am actually, so I'm in a situation where I'm between jobs right now, not in a bad way. I have a job. I got a new job, but it doesn't start till they only start on either the 1st or the 15th if you start the new job at this place. So I don't start till the 15th. And then I left the old job is no mas, and so I am
sleeping a lot. Yeah, you are unbelievable, actually. I've been working all the time, and I cannot tell you how jealous you get when you hear someone sleeping so hard in the room when you're walking down the hallway to go to work. And
I'm catching up on my Z's,
snoring, dude.
You know, it's been nice. I've been hitting some comedy. I've been
sleeping,
hitting those Z's, dude. I've been doing like mid-afternoon naps and stuff.
Oh, that's a crazy lifestyle, yeah. Well, at least you got.
But you know what? I've been staying active though. I climbed Camelback one day, and then I've been running every day. That's a new thing.
You will shock yourself with the amount of like. You'll be like, I'm going to do some stuff today, and then you're like, I literally didn't do anything today.
You know what? I think that's
you know what I'm saying?
I think it's a Seinfeld joke, but like how you just want to do nothing, and if you do anything, it could hinder
you doing
nothing. Yeah. So I don't want to do anything.
Just
if I'm doing something
through some seasons,
then that's not nothing. Yeah, I've been watching. You know what I've been watching is Jim Jeffries' show, Legit. I was watching that a little bit. I never watched that.
No,
pretty funny. I watched. I've been watching Twin Peaks, dude.
Oh my god,
dude! I'm telling you, you keep. They're gonna bring it back, and it'll be popular. David Lynch. You ever watched the David Lynch movie or anything?
David Lynch is
Eraserhead. Real weird shit. Like I'm talking like
Eraserhead. No.
Yeah, it's a cult classic. They say.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, but I've read into it enough to realize that's some crazy shit going on. But he made Twin Peaks, this series that lasted 2 years on maybe ABC or something like that in '90, and Kyle MacLachlan was in it, and it's so bizarre, dude. It's like, it's funny, it's well written, it's also like, there's a lot of themes that they're dealing with in it that you can tell like everybody steals from this show like a lot of shit that they did on it. So it's kind of maybe a trendsetter, but it's hard to explain, dude. It's a weird. There's dreams that all of a sudden this detective is trying to figure the crime out, but then he goes into a dream state and he's in this room with a little midget that's speaking English but also not at all. Is he an alien? I don't know. And then there's a huge giant that's really leading him through this whole detective trail.
Jesus.
It's so bizarre that it's captivating, and it's good. It's worth checking out. They're going to bring it back on Showtime, and so that's why I wanted to see it, because I've heard so many good things about it. It sounds bizarre the way I described it.
Giants and midgets.
But like
widgets.
And like maybe some alien shit going on. I don't know yet. I just figured out who the killer is. But it just starts with some young girl being killed in a small town in Oregon, and it's just like the seedy underlying fucked up shit that's going on in this town. It's really good. I don't know.
Twin Peaks restaurant. Have you ever visited there?
Twin Peaks restaurant. They let them breathe there.
Bikini Week.
Sure.
We went during the one time I've been there was during Bikini Week.
Yeah, I think they try to tell you that that's only once a year. That's probably most weeks.
Most weekends. Oh man, that's a tough crowd in there at Twin Peaks.
Well,
it's a lot of old men.
Yeah.
Who know their bartender by the first name, and it's a lot of creepy winks.
It's a step up from Hooters.
Ooh.
Which is not saying much.
Right.
It's it's a tough place. Good wings though.
Fitting name, yeah, as well.
Yeah, they let them breathe up there. Good
Sitting
service.
up firm and high.
Way up firm and high.
But I'm just trying to get to the weekend, man. We got a nice little getaway plan this weekend.
I don't want this week to end, dude. I'm chilling, dude.
Oh, that's for you, yes.
I'm just kicking it hard. But yeah, we got a nice end of the week coming up.
We're
You've
gonna
done
go-
it before.
Last year I went to it, but this weekend we're going to go to the Made in the Shade Beer Festival, which is a terrific event. A ton of
I don't know what we're.
It's a
getting
ton
into.
of
I'm just believing in you here.
breweries from Arizona. Talking about Prescott, Jerome, Flagstaff, of course, Sedona down here in Phoenix, and they all go up to Flagstaff, actually just outside of town at the Pepsi Amphitheater. So am I saying that right? I never know how to say it. Is it an amphitheater?
word amphitheater?
Amphitheater.
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 Yeah.
Tampatheater.
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater. What is it? Now you're getting me.
No,
confused.
you've gone to amphitheater.
Antithesis.
Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, it's
They
set
got
up.
music and stuff.
Oh sure. Actually no. Like where the stage is, they actually have beer tents in there, and then there's tents up on the top of the hill. So it's kind of like a lawn situation, like Riverbend.
Yeah.
So you go up and down that, and there's beers at the top, and there's beers down at the bottom, and then you go back into the pine trees. There's whole tents back there with beers. Beers everywhere.
So it's just beer. There is no music then?
I believe there might be music. I can't remember. I was
You'd think
very
there would
drunk.
be.
I think there's some sort of music
'Cause people
going
are
on.
camping
I don't
there.
think there's live music, but I'm having a tough time remembering because
I bet there's music. You
Either
think there's
way.
an open mic?
maybe I got a couple laughs up there at the Made in the Shade Festival. No, but we went up last year. Me, Carolina, Mark, and Elena had a terrific time.
Yeah.
It's a good time. And on top of that, we get to stay with Duff Burns. You kidding me right now?
Yeah, we get to go to Flagstaff and see our Aunt Maureen and our cousin Caitlin, but most importantly, our Uncle Duff Burns.
Yes.
Um,
Who, when I called, I remember earlier this week asking, or we're going up with a different crew, a couple more people. You're coming this time, and another couple, and one other person, so a total of 6. I remember being a little concerned, I want to ask Duff, make sure it's okay. And you say, is it 6 people all right? And he's like, are you kidding me? More the merrier. Get
the
on
more
up here.
the merrier. Come
He's
on,
just,
big dog.
He's just the best kind of guy.
He's a welcoming guy. He's going to have, you know what, too? He doesn't, they're an empty nest situation now. Their daughter, Caitlin, our cousin Caitlin, is obviously not living there anymore. So he always likes to have people. Mm-hmm. It's just him and the wife, or him and our aunt up there just living. So Duff needs people around.
It'll be good to get up 7,000 feet, a little cooler up there.
It'll be nice to get away from the heat. It's about 100 and
Nice little
something
road
this week.
trip. It's going to be good. Get a
We
little.
also got humidity this week. What the fuck that?
Man, it's hot, man. It is really hot.
That's tough. That's like a cruel thing that Mother Nature does to Phoenix.
And then they get you get these people, the tourists, when I'm bartending, they're always like, how the hell do you live in this heat? I'm like, I don't know, man.
You're the one visiting.
Yeah, what are you doing here in June?
Why are you here? Yeah.
Think I would be here if I had to be?
If you would have asked me if I should travel to Phoenix in June, I'd tell you
I'd
no.
say absolutely not.
Yeah.
And then this girl came here for a job interview. She'd never been here. She was like, is it always this hot? I'm like, no. You
should
came
tell-
at the...
yeah.
you
This
should
is
come,
actually a cool day.
you should come in August. Yeah. It's 117 degrees.
It's tough in the summertime here, in the sweet summertime. But you know what? You do get. I've been here for 10 or 9 summers now, and it's one of those weird things. But like you do get by. I don't know. You figure it out. It's not the worst thing, and in living in both scenarios, I think I would rather have this than I fucking hate the whole winter thing. Just having to like wake up early and get the car started and like fucking that whole process and like owning a different wardrobe entirely for the winter time. That's tough to me.
And it's hot back home too, and it's sticky and humid. And
Right. Yeah, it's
hot
not like
everywhere.
it's hot everywhere.
everywhere.
We just have a different type of heat.
Right.
Lay off.
Yeah, back off.
But it'll be nice to get up to Flagstaff.
Yeah, and get out
to
of this
drop
heat a little bit.
the fucking because it's like 75 up there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And it's a bunch of hippies.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about head shops.
Oh, sure.
Fucking, it's just weird people up
Boosters of a town. It's going to be fun.
there. It's an interesting town.
Absolutely.
You put like, you get so drunk you feel like there's a bubble over your head.
Altitude, yeah.
And then I've never gone up there and not gotten a little too drunk.
Yeah.
I never go up there
mind.
and you know what? I kept it tame that time.
No, it's a different animal drinking at altitude.
It is crazy. You got to get your base going. You got to get that food in your belly.
You better eat.
What? What are you looking forward to most this weekend? Just getting those different beers in your system.
Oh yeah, I love beer. How'd you know that about me?
do?
Yes, I love.
That
beer.
is something about you.
I love beer, and I love just trying all the stuff, and then you're sitting there when you're at the festival, you're trying it, and you're like, oh, dude, this is great. I'm gonna remember this brewery. You know what I mean? I'm gonna track this down,
write it down,
remember this. And the next day, you're like, what the hell were we drinking?
Uh huh. Yeah, you don't know
Rock
shit.
bottom something? I don't even know.
Rocky Bottom girls.
Ooh, fat bottom girls.
Fat bottom girls. Rocky Bottom.
You make
would be
the
tough.
rockin' world go round. Is that what
She
you're
had a
trying to get
rocky
to?
bottom. Did she have hemorrhoids, Mike?
The worst case of hemorrhoids I've ever seen. She
Dr.
found
Finkel.
Captain Winky.
Have we been on here since Bruce Jenner turned into Caitlyn Jenner?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
but
think we've talked
you
about
could
that.
call me Caitlin. How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I feel like we're, as a society, we're pretty. We've seen crazier things.
Or maybe I think we did talk about this last week a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think. I'm cool with that. I don't really give a shit.
I don't know what to think. It's like I don't know. I want.
Well, you were a big Bruce Jenner guy growing up
already. Yeah,
Yeah.
already.
So
Behind BJ, but I don't know. I mean, I remember more the decathlon guys. What was it, Dan and Greg, or those two guys who were competing in the decathlon? They did all those Nike commercials. Remember back in like '92, Barcelona?
O'Brien?
Yeah.
Carl O'Brien?
Dan
Or something
O'Brien.
like that? Or
I
Dan
think it's Dan
O'Brien,
O'Brien.
maybe, yeah.
And there was another guy too.
I remember that.
They were doing that before the Olympics, and then one of the guys didn't even make the qualify.
O'Brien did. He was good.
Right.
I
The other
remember
guy
him.
was like, didn't make it. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. Anyways, so I remember having some respect for the decathlon, but I am not old enough to remember Bruce Jenner
No.
as the. But apparently, I mean, he was the biggest thing in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting that now he's a woman.
Yeah, but he's still.
I think it's
talks.
weird that now it's like a weird like pronoun thing. That's the biggest deal in our generation now. What pronoun do you use when you talk about that? It's a her. It's a her. And then you can't say it. I'm uncomfortable with it. I think that it's weird because I feel like generally everybody expects you to just like
I like that.
everybody expects you. Everybody expects you to be okay with it. And like that's the.
I'm not allowed to say that.
Can I process this?
Yeah.
Can I like be like, what happened?
What is?
Because that's such a firm decision. First of all,
What if I came home tomorrow and told you, Mike, I'm gonna become a woman. Call me Jen Turner.
I'd talk with you a lot about it. I'd figure out kind of what happened, what went different. I thought things were going a certain way
Where
in
you
our life.
zigged and then I thought you were gonna zag.
Yeah.
And you went ahead and zigged again.
And I'd also question how, like, that's a permanent thing. Like, a tattoo is pretty permanent, but you can maybe get those removed. I mean, imagine being that doctor.
You
and
sure
looking
you
up
want to
Bruce
do this?
and being like,
Yeah. You want to
sure? I'm going to do this.
You want to cut what off?
I'm going to do this.
Go ahead,
You're
Doc.
okay with this?
Yeah. I'm all in.
Yeah?
Yeah. Quit
You
being
don't want a day?
Quit being a dick
Just
about
take a day.
it. That'd be crazy.
That's a big decision.
Yeah, and it's like first of all, I want, if he really feels that way and wants to be a woman and
Her,
be comfortable.
Pronouns.
I guess you're right. But then I'm happy that she's finally happy. I don't know what to say.
Who's happy?
But
I like.
no, I've never wanted to be a woman, so I don't know really how to relate to it.
I like how this conversation began with a Ray Finkel reference.
Yeah. The worst
that's-
case of hemorrhoids
That's
I've
where-
ever seen.
That's where my mind goes when I think about it. Yeah, I don't know. The one cool thing that the perspective that I heard that I actually liked, somebody was talking about how, like, if Bruce was really battling this whole thing for all these years and he felt like he was a woman all those years, he still stood by his commitment. And because when Robert Kardashian was dying, he told him, he said he just swore to him, he made him swear that he would take care of his kids,
right,
and make sure that they lived okay, and they make sure that they are fine, and raise them, be the father that they needed to be. and he never wavered from that. So even if those years he was battling and he wanted to be a woman, he did make a commitment. He was the father to these
Probably
kids.
the worst family ever.
Probably the worst family ever, which is also crazy too, because that means that they were, he raised them to be divas, because he was a diva.
Maybe,
but he still raised those kids.
Right.
That's not an easy thing to do, and he stood by that commitment, and that's commendable.
That is.
And let him be a woman.
Robert Kardashian.
Good
also,
for you,
he
Caitlin.
stood by OJ.
Robert Kardashian, Bobby K he was in OJ's corner.
He was definitely in his corner. Threw away those clothes.
Didn't he? He did some shady ass shit. Yeah.
I saw a picture the other day of he had this bag he left the
he went over to the house,
the Brentwood home with the
yeah.
police there. He left with this bag. There's a picture of him holding this luggage bag. It's like, how the hell did he get out of there with whatever's in that bag? And they say it had the clothes or whatever in it.
It's bizarre.
OJ looked at me. You have got to get this out of my house.
Look, man,
I forgot
good to see you get this bag out of here.
Take this bag and
we still on for dinner Thursday?
Throw it in. Yeah.
Get
I
this
think you
luggage
might
out
have
of
some
here.
other plans, OJ.
Well, you told me we were on for dinner.
Yeah.
You said we were trying that new place.
I know
out.
this great place. It's by Bundy.
Oh, man. Caitlyn Jenner. What else has gone on this week? Jerry Seinfeld made a big deal about political correctness. I don't really have an opinion on that. I don't think he's wrong at all. I think it's funny that the people, college students, are now super offended because he said that they get too offended. That's irony to me.
Right.
Just
Easily offended. We're not easily offended.
Yeah, exactly.
You seem pretty offended right now.
You're making a big deal about this. So
that vein is popping out in your neck, man. I'm not
everybody's
mad.
talking about-
I hate
think
that.
that's
Those are my favorite guys. The guys who are in an argument, or not in an argument, but kind of a heated discussion, and they're getting really upset. And you're like,
Right.
dude, calm down. Like, I'm not mad. I am not mad. You seem really, really mad.
Calmer than you are, dude.
Calmer than you are, dude. But I don't know. He may have a point.
He does have a point.
He totally has a point.
I love that we, as a sometimes as people, we always start accusing this person, like Jerry Seinfeld said this about political correctness, and then it's like, well, fuck him. Meanwhile, you can't just step back and say, well, here's a guy that has accomplished quite a bit, has been an observational comedian for the past 30 years and made some great comedy, and he has done a lot of successful things. Maybe he does. Maybe he's a guy that maybe might have a point.
Right.
Maybe he does know what the fuck he's
He's been
talking
observing for a long time. Not that everybody's observing. You know what I mean?
about. And he might be wrong, but I don't think he. I think he put some thought into what he was saying.
Right.
And he might be worth listening to. Fucking people. Either way.
Certainly.
Other than that,
T.J. Hishmanzada is now coach with the
Other
Bengals.
than
Let's
that,
dive
back
right
to-
into it. Are you kidding me?
back
T.J.
to more important
Hishmanzada
things.
is back in the jungle, and I love it.
back to more important things. T.J. Hishman's yeah, he's like an assistant coach or something.
Isn't that great?
And they were bringing up
TJ
the
to
Cincinnati
AJ,
Bengals
I just
right now.
watched like a 3-minute video. First of all, those OTA videos are tough to watch. You think you might want to watch one of them? I'm
They're
like,
not.
did you ever
It's
watch
just
one?
like no, it's just
Oh.
like them.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll go see, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, no, this is horrible.
Yeah, no, it's not fun.
But TJ was there, and I'm watching him throw to AJ. You kidding me right now? TJ's gonna help these young kids.
What I
Can
think
help Marvin.
T.J. Hishmanzada will help the other guys.
Right. AJ's gonna.
is gonna
AJ
be
knows what
fine.
he needs to do. Yeah.
Marvin, Muhammad, maybe even that kid that we drafted, Alfred or something, maybe from West Virginia. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The quick dude.
Oh yeah.
And then, the Zanzenbacher could be.
Kidding
dude,
me?
Zanzenbacher has T.J. Hishmanzada written all over him.
Yes, he does.
Just get in a
Oregon
position.
State.
So, I love that T.J. Hishmanzada is involved. I miss
That's great.
miss T.J.
I miss those days.
T.J. could.
He can. You know what he can teach him is a couple things about that Bengals Steelers rivalry.
Oh my God!
You want to talk about a guy who hates the Steelers? Remember when he took
he shined his shoes with the terrible
towel.
towel. I'll never. That meant so much to me.
That was good. Because I remember that game, 2004 or 2005. I think it was 2004. But Chad always kind of had a tough time against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Because they doubled him, and the Steelers had a great defense. So we needed TJ to step up, and TJ would step up. He loved playing against the Steelers.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I mean, he fucking hated the Steelers. That was, at one point, I remember, on Sports Illustrated as the best rivalry in football.
Right.
And then we just completely fell apart the next 3 years and wilted under the pressure. But, you know,
we had two at that time. It was Carson and Ben, with these two at the time young quarterbacks.
Carson was supposed to be right behind. He was right behind Brady and Manning.
Man, yeah, let's not get into. I'm going to cry if we get into what really happened. But yeah, TJ's back in the fold, and I like it.
I'm a fan of it too. I'm excited for the Bengals to come up because the Reds have been kind of depressing.
Although,
but there's
right
a little
now,
yeah, I know I was harsh on fire sale mentality, but
they're playing pretty well right now. We had a very bad thing happen today.
Three big games.
Right, and Zach Kozart was hurt today. Don't know the extent of the injury, but it did not look good at all.
No,
he's been having a career year.
Oh, he's been killing it. Yeah. So that would be a big setback. It just doesn't seem like anything's clicking for us. And then you're just like, well, damn, do you blow the whole team up? Because it seems like if we had a couple pieces back, we'd be all right. Mesoraco, I heard, is crushing it in the left field in AAA.
I like it.
He made first ball hit to him, outfield assist, threw dude out at third.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, he's got an arm. You know that.
Cannon.
Yeah. Kidding me right now?
So that could be cool. Yeah, hopefully the Reds get some things going. They just they're on a 4-game heater, swept the Phillies for the first time since
going up
2008.
to Wrigley where they like to play.
Yeah, and I just hope, I don't know, for the sanity of me and what my summers usually, what the Reds mean to my summer, just go on a 12-game heater.
Yeah. What? Is that too much to ask? Jesus. Can't you win 12, 15 in a row, get back in this race in 2 weeks?
They could. That's the beautiful thing about baseball.
Baseball's crazy that way. But
oh, man, I don't know. We get the Cubs this weekend.
I love playing the Cubs.
Fuck the Cubs.
Yeah, fuck them.
Cubs are the worst. We're in Wrigley.
Cubs are the worst.
In Wrigley, and I'm excited. I don't know. We got Cueto and Leake will be pitching 2 of the games, 4 games, and we're on Sunday Night Football.
You have said this 6 times in the past 2 days. It is Sunday
Al
Night
Michaels
Baseball.
is calling the game.
No, it is not. It is Sunday Night Baseball. No one's playing Sunday Night Football. Collinsworth will not be there. Well,
I'm
he might
watch
be there.
it,
He's in
and
Chicago.
I think both. I've heard that Al Michaels
this is what's
Collinsworth
going
are both
on
in the
Sunday
booth.
night. All
Sunday
right,
Night
we're
Football.
here. It's a great day for football.
Reds, Reds,
Cubs. The Reds are in Chicago. We're gonna get this gridiron.
Dan Patrick will be in the booth or in the studio.
Love Dan Patrick.
It'll be great.
It's Monday. Now it's Sunday Night Football in America.
Yeah, that's what it is. Sunday Night Football. It'll be great.
Oh man.
Fuck
the Cubs.
That's where we're at. Yeah, hopefully we can go on a little heater. I don't know. Other than that, sports-wise,
finals. Do you want to do some moonwalking? Do you need to do some backpedaling?
The NBA finals are currently looking like LeBron James is putting his nuts out there and hoping you remember the smell, dude.
Averaging 41 points per game through 3 games.
I have bet with you that the Warriors would win this game. Or win the series, I should say.
No, it's not over.
It
by
is
any
definitely
means.
not over.
Definitely not over.
Definitely not over. The Cleveland LeBrons have a lot of winning to do still. But I find myself watching the series, having bet. Now I'm not a fan of either team. I am a Phoenix Suns fan, if anything.
Right.
I like the NBA. I always love watching it. I dislike certain teams, but I don't care about either of these teams that much. I bet my money on the Warriors. But the more I'm watching this series, the more I find myself rooting for Cleveland.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy. That's what it is.
I'm just trying to be, I like watching basketball, but you're sitting there and it's the underdog aspect, just overcoming all these levels of adversity.
Yeah.
I think they're much easier to root for even without Kyrie because then they don't have any business winning the series if they do win it, and it's super impressive. If they win, what I would say is it would be probably the most impressive individual finals performance I've ever seen. If they win, assuming if they win, he would dominate the rest of the game. He's already dominated the first 3. So
they really should have won game 1.
They should have won game 1, yeah. The travel call and stuff like that, yeah.
No, I'm not like a Cavs fan, but I like LeBron, and he's got them all. I think he's got them all on the team buying into this. Like, no, it's us against the world, and they just are playing with a almost like they're desperate. You know what I mean? Backs against the wall, like playing as hard as they can every possession, and that's a tough team to. They are proven to be pretty tough. This Dellavedova kid, you kidding me right now?
Out of control.
Yeah, he's
and
playing great.
Curry again, not a great game in Game 3. He had.
He did get hot.
He had a
had
good
7.
second
He was
half.
like 7 for 13 or something like that from
Second half. He was hot, but if you're gonna win, he can't have those halves.
Right.
He can't have those games where he just Game 2 he completely shit the bed, and then
He's the MVP.
And he's the MVP. I think after Game 2 they were saying that there's never been an MVP player in the finals that had performed that bad.
Dirk.
He won. No, they won the championship that year. That he won the MVP.
I thought he won the MVP and they lost to the.
Oh, you know what? You're right. And they lost to the Warriors. You are correct.
Full circle.
No, but in the finals, he didn't get to the finals. He's an MVP in the finals.
Okay, right. Well,
and he shot like 18%.
He was horrible against the Warriors that year.
Yeah, that is true. Actually. You're right. He did. Damn. Yeah, Dirk.
Oh, that was bad.
There's a documentary about him. I might want to check it out. There's a guy I used to hate and never believed that they would ever win a championship.
Softer than tissue paper.
Yeah. He was very comparable to Twinkie Filling. And
Goose down pillows come to mind.
And he you know what? He's kind of won me over the years. Like I don't mind Dirk Nowitzki. He's all right. He's a competitor.
Yeah, softer than.
But he was soft his early years. He was just when he won the championship, he realized he had to go bang bodies.
Right.
And
he did. No, he earned his stripes there.
Yeah, exactly. But LeBron is out there earning his pay right now
for sure. LeBron isn't. I think it really. It's pretty crazy that he was crowned or whatever on Sports Illustrated, the chosen one,
as a
17, 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And then to actually,
it's a lot to live up to.
To be fulfilling it is pretty crazy.
Yeah, a prophecy fulfilled.
It's pretty a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, he's been he's made a good little career for himself.
And I like that he answered the other day. They asked him. It was last.
We are sitting, first of all, in the dark.
Yeah, I guess right.
When we started this, the light was on from outside.
The sun was out? The light was on from
outside.
Was on so we're calling it.
Light was on from outside.
The lights were on.
I think God switched it off a
There's
little bit ago.
Part of town you don't want to be when the lights go off.
Oh, man. When the lights go down in the city.
Yeah.
Wow. And the sunshine starts to make.
Wanna be there in my city. Wow. How did we do that? How did we get to where we are?
Thanks for turning the light on.
That was really good, man. Journey. It was a journey to get over there.
Steve Perry.
Steve man, I don't even know what we're talking about. LeBron. Oh, yeah. I love people.
Speaking of Steve Perry, the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Golden State.
Clippers.
Finals.
Or Clippers. Warriors. I keep thinking of your finals choice.
Oh, Jesus.
But what's it called? LeBron, they asked him, does that make you mad or fuel you, the fact that you were third in MVP voting? Yeah.
Yes,
answered honestly, yes.
Yes, it does.
Of course it does. Can you see me out there? I'm a little pissed off.
Dude, I was talking with my buddy yesterday, Reddish, and he was saying even if they lose, like let's say they lose in 7 games or 6 games or whatever, he should still get the MVP.
LeBron?
Like if the Cavs lose,
man. He's playing.
He's
easily
had the craziest,
the most valuable player.
These 3 games are like it's like Shaq in his prime. It's just
a little unfair.
He's unfair.
Yeah.
He's unfair out there. Nobody can guard him.
He gets
Draymond
over there, and you
Green,
see him just do it every time. He whips faces the basket and just does whatever the fuck he wants to do.
And it's important to appreciate greatness when it's in front of you.
Yeah, and it's right there.
It's hard to go. You don't ever want to look back. There's a lot of people that hate Kobe Bryant. Those same people are going to look back and realize, damn, I didn't appreciate this great player that was in the NBA for so many years just because I just thought he was a rapist.
Yeah, wow. What's that about?
First of all, that's a bogus claim. If you look into any of the facts,
she was 19, dude.
She was a giver.
Bad decisions.
She was a giver. And so, but LeBron, I did not like LeBron after he left to go to Miami. I thought that was horrible stuff. I think I was mentioning this last week, but dude, you know what? I can't disrespect the dude. That wildly impressive, completely dominant, easily in the top 10 greatest players ever right now.
Right.
By the end of his career, he could be in the top 3. I don't know where
he's got a good 7-8 years left.
Dude, I mean, I could see him wearing down. I can't see his body type being able to survive what he's doing for another 8 years, though.
Right.
He might turn into like more of a post player or something.
Get a fadeaway.
Yeah, I mean they always do.
Jordan.
But it'll be interesting. Yeah, he's just like he could be potentially just scratching the fucking surface.
Be crazy.
Fuck this guy. No, I'm kidding.
But these guys were. When you tell someone you're from Ohio, I remember they were like at the bar today, like, "Oh, so you saw him play growing up?" I'm like, "No, Cleveland. Do you have any idea how far Cleveland is from Cincinnati?" No, it's the same thing, right? It's just one big city.
Or they're like, "Oh, you love Cleveland then?"
No,
I'm from Cincinnati.
I hate Cleveland.
I hate Cleveland.
Those Reds-Indians series would get heated in the city of Cincinnati.
We got another one coming up here soon.
Bring them on.
Yeah, Cleveland is not a city that I typically root for. But you know what? They're playing good ball.
Yes, they are.
I don't know. Easy to root for. I always like the underdog story.
Oh, I know. I know that about you.
You know, I'll root for that. Other than that, are you watching the Stanley Cup at all or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm watching every game, but we're not watching right now. But
I think it's on right now.
It is on right now.
It's been I don't know. I keep an eye on it. I don't.
They're good games. It's so high stress.
I just don't. It's just not something that I've ever like gotten into. And then when I watch it, like I can act like, oh, that's yeah.
Blackhawks are up 2-1 with 7 minutes left in the third period.
There you go. So it'll go to overtime.
Yes. And here's the thing about these Blackhawk fans. They're crazy. This guy was at the bar the other day telling me he's got a buddy who's got season tickets, and he's trying to sell Game 6 tickets because it's going to go 6, or actually it could.
It should.
If Tampa wins, it will probably go Game 6, which could be a clinch situation if they win the next 2. And tickets, he's trying to sell tickets at like $4,500. And they're going to get bought. You know what I mean? If they go to Game 6 in a clinch situation, someone will buy 4 seats for $4,500.
Capitalism, baby.
And he bought the tickets for $450.
That is 1,000% increase.
It's great
in profit. Is that right? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Stupid cash.
Yeah, it's a car.
Straight cheddar.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good investment on his end.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? That's like a thing that people could do. You just buy tickets and then you slang them.
Well, I think with the Blackhawks stuff,
that were doing that made money off of that.
Get tickets and slang
to festivals and shit though.
I think Pole Disco. I think my boy Pearson was buying tickets.
This has been brought to you by Pole Disco. Also,
yes.
As the summer approaches and everybody starts getting a little bit more boozy.
Yeah, those summer festivals at the amphitheaters.
Just remember, bring your disco of poles. And play some pole disco.
Pole disco.
Does not come with the Frisbee.
Yeah. Frisbee not included.
Is the Frisbee included?
I think it is included.
You get a Frisbee with it.
There you go. PoleDisco.com.
That's our sponsorship. We're getting better at it.
just backing. No, I don't think they get a Frisbee. Do you get a Frisbee? I think you do.
I think you do get a Frisbee.
That's funny.
But that's a lucrative business if you can do it right. Like buying, let's say there's a festival and then you get like 100 tickets, but you're not even going to go to the festival, and then you flip the tickets.
Boom.
Yeah, you can come up.
You've made some money. You got to do some work. You got to be out there with the people.
Do you? You couldn't do a Craigslist, you don't think?
You could probably do it on Craigslist, but you could also go to the actual venue.
You could also wait till the fucking day of,
and really
and
jack
then
it up.
You're talking about supply and demand.
I got the tickets right here. How much are you going to pay me?
Yeah. I'll tell you what you're going to pay me.
It's $700.
I apologize for trying to make this a conversation. This is me telling you. You're going to pay me $1,000, all right? And if you don't got that, if you only got $800, tell your girl Stephanie over there. You can get her handy.
God.
Knock it down to $750. Is that prostitution? It might be. A little underlying tone. I apologize for anybody offended.
Last night was fun, though. We got to watch the game. I love the finals.
Yeah, we watched
finals.
We got drunk last night and watched the Game 3. Great game. And we
great
also had
seats
a buddy.
At the bar.
Great seats at the bar. You guys got a 64-incher?
Great TV.
If I didn't know, I'd say it's 87 inches.
That's a great TV.
It's a
Is
huge
it not?
TV.
It's fantastic.
Maybe it's because we're so close up.
And yeah, you're right there. You're right in the action.
And we know the bartender. That always helps.
Always good.
Yeah, it was a great game last night with good people. One of the people actually, we've got a newer dude in our crew that is so Boston that it's ridiculous.
Who the fuck put the cameras in this place?
What did he say to you? We got a guy that's just joining the crew. He moved out here maybe a month or two ago because we've got another friend that's from Boston. He grew up with him. And so he's actually a great guy, but it's so funny.
Guy. This accent sounds fake. It's so real.
He is like, he's like the stereotypical, like you can't even believe
how many Boston things he says a minute.
What did he say to you? I remember.
He came in. He's like, "Hey, is that all right if I put the car in the parking lot back there? If I leave it there in the parking lot?" I'm like, "Jesus Christ, is this a real question?
Are you
Park
serious?
the car in the Harvard Yard? Is that what you're doing right now?
Is it all right if I park my car, and leave it overnight over there in the parking lot?
You kidding me? Tom Brady."
Talking about those guys with Tom Brady, they get actually super angry.
Well, they're real Patriots fans from Boston, and there's just no talking to them about it.
What did he say to you about the pizza joint? Said something about a pizza joint?
Yeah, he was like, "Is there another pizza joint around here is better than Grimaldi's? Because I don't think it is." And you're just like, this is amazing.
You will be talking to this dude, and you're like, this can't be real. This is the best thing I've ever heard.
Kev, and he goes by Kev too. I love that.
Kev, dude. Oh, my God. Did you get a Butterburger? A Butter Jack?
A Butter Jack. Yeah, he had never been to Jack in the Box. Yeah, that was the best. I remember we were laughing so hard. He was describing how he's like, he went to Jack in the Box, and he's like, I just ordered the number one because, the number one on any thing is the best thing on the menu. So I said, give me a number one. Give me a number one. And he got it. It's a Butter Jack. It's a Butterburger. Oh, my God. It was terrific. Hearing him say Butterburger 16 times in a row.
It's a Butterburger.
Butter Jack. I don't want a Butter Jack. It was disgusting. Kidding me?
Have you had a Butter Jack?
I have not.
Super. Well, I haven't had a Butter Jack, but I've had. You ever go to Culver's?
No.
Culver's has. That's like a thing, I guess, is a Butterburger, and dude, it is a lot.
It sounds like it. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's because it's greasy, and then it's like just.
There's butter on like the.
It's not. Yeah, it is. I guess
on the bun.
It's hard to describe, but it's like buttery. It's got butter on the bun.
Like
the bun is the butter is lathered in butter.
Like that.
It's not, it tastes good. I'm telling you, like if you're hungover and you get yourself a Butterburger.
What's your go-to? What's your go-to hangover joint?
Yeah, today I was pretty hungover.
It's a joint, isn't it?
It's a joint. Went to Portillo's actually, beef sandwich.
Wow, did you get were you laying in bed and you were like, I'm going to go to fucking Portillo's.
And get an Italian beef.
How good was it?
It's great. You've had it?
I've had it. But weren't we talking about it last night, Portillo's?
Yeah, somebody brought it up and it was in my mind.
Yeah, someone said they had a great burger.
That's
right. Now it's all coming back.
Kev
said I got a burger over there at Portillo's. It was good.
Which is believable. They make everything they have there is pretty good. That's a good establishment.
I love that. And
Chicago place.
Kev just makes you want to quote Good Will Hunting all night, and then we end up just quoting Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
If you're still here, I'll fucking kick your ass. I'll kill you, dude.
Don't fuck with me.
Do it for me. I'll do it for you.
Oh, my God. Your situation? For you?
Retainer.
Oh, my God.
That's a good movie.
That's the best. That scene with Ben Affleck going into that the retainer scene, that's a great scene.
Retainer's great. I love the end, the last one.
The whole movie's great.
Yeah. But that scene where he does the whole, if you're still here 20 years from now, I'll kick your ass.
Oh, Affleck when he's talking to him in the truck?
I mean, that's the thing. He started his career with such a great scene, and then Affleck's trajectory has been
Affleck's had some ups and downs.
But to start so high, that was great character.
Jack Ryan kind of fucked him up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I think he could actually – he's made a string of pretty good movies. And I will say his directorial debut –
Argo?
No, the one before that with
Gone Girl?
No, he didn't do Gone Girl. It was the one
Gone Baby Gone.
You're
Am I just all
right
over
now.
the place right now?
He was in Gone Girl. That was David Fincher.
No, I'm pretty sure Gone Baby Gone is his
Gone
director.
Baby Gone was Casey Affleck, and it wasn't Ben Affleck that directed it, though. I don't think. Casey Affleck was in that, though. Ben Affleck directed the movie where they were robbers.
The Town. You are wrong. Gone Baby Gone is directed by Ben Affleck.
Either way, if that was, then they're fantastic.
Yeah,
he's made a nice little string of...
Yeah, he's a good director.
Yeah, like I trust him again.
Town's good.
I lost trust in him.
Just
for
remember
a long
who
time.
clipped your nuts.
The Town was really good.
Yeah, I like The Town a lot.
Also, dude,
John Hamm?
and you know what we'll be talking about next week, hopefully. Real quick before we end, I guess. We both saw Entourage.
Oh, yeah.
And we both...
Wow. Forgot to talk about it.
And we can maybe talk about it a little bit more next week. Because by next week, we'll have seen Entourage and Jurassic Park, I'm hoping.
I would definitely see Jurassic World.
Or Jurassic World or whatever.
We should do that in Flagstaff.
So next week will be movie week. Let's just commit to that.
I want to see Jurassic World because Jurassic Park meant a lot to me.
53.
Yeah. Can't think of anything off the top of the dome. Emmanuel
53.
Lemire, Vinny Ray.
It's a lot of fifth-string linebackers.
Nico Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know who's 53 for us. It's one of those guys, though. I think it's Vinny Ray.
Love that guy.
So next week, yeah, well, we'll talk about some movies. We will break down Jurassic World. Entourage was exactly what you'd expect.
And I loved it. I loved Entourage. I mean,
Yeah, it was great. It was good.
It was really
good. Yeah, it was good.
Victory.
And then, other than that, should we close out just on J5?
Yeah, hit him with that Concrete Schoolyard.
Take it back to the concrete streets.
Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, the rabbit and the hat trick.
Just that classic rap shit
From Jurassic.
You guys, this has been episode 52. I'm Mike.
I'm John.
We will talk to you next week.
Much love and respect.
And God bless the Cincinnati Reds. Let's go on a 12-game heater,
Heater
boys.
streaker.
We were sitting out on the step, you know.
Ain't nothing to it. So what you gonna do around this?
Yo, man, I'm gonna go and get together a little rap man and see what his head is all about.
Now I'ma say this one time, boy, and that's my word.
We rock the shot to knock fire through the Hindenburg.
The contribution is clear.
You add water to bone
And get the Jurassic vibe on the microphone. Now if you like the tone,
And how the harmony's done.
and the sucker MCs die before they begun.
well, I like to know if you got the notion.
Cause we're number one.
I'm not trying to say my style is better than yours. I'm just on some other shit. I'm all about the beats and the lyrics. So when you hear it, you can feel it. The vibe is energized by the presence of my spirit.
No interference, we persevere. The purpose is clear. We're here to leave your ear hurting severe. You're lurking in fear, cause we take it back like Robin Loxley, rocking from countryside to spots where hard rocks
I
be.
often wonder if these MCs even know how it feels to dedicate their whole life to this mic of steel. It's not about the bill, that's not keeping it real. A lot of tight rappers out here ain't got no deal.
We appeal to the brothers with flow finesse. Cause it's the 100-watt bloodshot game of death. Cause we're protected by the covenants of words and beats. Rewind and feel the heat, recline and take a seat.
So let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit and a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit and a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit from
Now
Jurassic.
I walk from Transania, earthquake Transylvania, and all the way I kicked a hole through the wall of China just to get the right blend. Cause I'm schizophrenic of the pen. Wait a minute, I fell into the deep end. You shouldn't have told me the pyramids can hold me. So now a contest is what you owe me.
Pull out your beats, pull out your cuts.
Give us a mic, what up?
And we gon' tear shit up.
I'm on some old and forgotten, sun up to sun down, like picking cotton. The nutty professor, science dropping, rockin' Robin's Hood from New York to Compton. Me and my 3 sons, Jabari, Shakir, and Compton.
So let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit and a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit and a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit from Jurassic. Do, 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 do. Hey, I'm tuna fish from you and I-T-Y. Do or die, anti-Illuminati. Why do the liquid from my vocals make the ghetto start swimming? Forever winning, I'm in it like metal log living.
I get goosebumps when the bassline thumps. A sucker MC for style, he had mine for lunch. Mark 7, get you open like an attaché. Briefcase in this case, defeat there is no way.
With tool spinners, cooking the full dinner, killing the firstborn of lyrical Yule blenders. When is it the academy, rattling your anatomy? Gotta be J5, so kill all your fake flattery.
That'll be the day when labels pay our way. Tune to what you say when MCs come to play.
Confident, cause we take it back like Spinal Tap, preparing your intellect before your final nap. So
let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat tricks. Just that classic rap shit from Jurassic. Let's take it back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, no rabbit in a hat trick.
Just got beef, huh? Watch your I settle it. I'll fuck around and arrest your whole development. I'm eloquent when it comes to digital display. I'm ready for the world while you earl off the Tango Ray tactics. My shit's Jurassic. Fingers of death while you exhale and inhale with the deep breath. With my chop suey style, cause I'm a lyrical chef. I get smiles to the death, cause I be cooking from here to Brooklyn. Your shit's annoying like fat ass bookmen. On good times when I rhyme, I hit the designated area. I hope you got your shots, cause this is lyrical malaria. Spreading, beheading fools with the punishment. I live in America, but fuck this government. 150 times over, sealed with lead. While y'all drink the simmer like my rhymes are breastfed. No artificial nipples, I flip the real skills. I thought I told you once I kick the lyrical windmills. And backspin Benedict strictly for my benefit. I step on toes when I flow, don't get offended. Come and get with it, comprehend it when I kick it. I represent the real from the beginning to the end of it. The end of it. The end of it.
Hey, yo, listen to another show on the 4-Odd Radio Network. For more shows, you can go and check out 4oddradio.com. LSA.